Well, hi everybody, and once again, on behalf of ACCUSTATS Video Productions, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the 2016 ACCUSTATS Make It Happen 8-Ball Invitational. Thank you very much, everybody. As always, we're here at the Aramis-Simonis Arena at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey, the home of ACCUSTATS and the home of the Make It Happen series. This is our 9th go-around in the Make It Happen events, and once again, between ACCUSTATS and its loyal customers, we've invited 6 of the world's greatest players to come here and compete, playing in a round-robin format, 8-ball races to 10 games. Everybody will play 5 matches over the 4-day period, and tomorrow evening, after our 7 p.m. final match, we will then take the players with the 2 best records, and they will have a 1-match playoff for the championship. There are possibilities for ties, and we'll explain a little bit more about that as we get later into the day and those possibilities arise. Now, I also want to take another opportunity, as I always do, because we can't say it enough, to express our gratitude and appreciation to our 3 signature sponsors, Aramis, Simonis, and Diamond Billiard Products, for the continued support of ACCUSTATS Productions and of professional pool throughout the USA. Lastly, before I introduce our players for our first match of the day, we want to once again say thank you to each and every one of you great ACCUSTATS customers out there that have been so loyal over the years, and to all of you once again that have made your way to come here and watch this live. We can't do it without you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most appropriately named event in history, because not only is it here for the 9th time, but it's here because you made it happen. Thank you very much. Let's get right underway and introduce our players to you. First player from Honolulu, Hawaii. This gentleman's a former 2-time Reno Open 9-ball champion, and in just a few short weeks, he will be making his 10th appearance on Team USA's Mosconi Cup. He's also a former Mosconi Cup MVP. He's sponsored by Andy Cloth. Ladies and gentlemen, just a few short weeks ago, he received our sport's highest honor with his induction into the Billiard Congress of America Hall of Fame, and it gives me great pleasure to announce him as a Hall of Famer. Would you kindly welcome the Rocket, Rodney Morris. Thank you very much. His opponent, who he will soon be facing on the other Mosconi Cup team, is from Glasgow, Scotland. He's a 4-time Turning Stone champion out of only 5 attempts. He's also going to be representing Team Europe for the first time on their Mosconi Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, he's sponsored by Miyuchi. We call him Eagle Eye. Please welcome Jayson Shaw. Thank you very much, everybody. Your official for this match is Carswell Ransom. Official timekeeper is Miss Julie Ha. Our official photographer is Carl Kantrowitz. And our official rack is the Accu-Rack by Outsville. It's now my pleasure to send it over to the booth to Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto. Go ahead, Dan. Be with you in a sec.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Make It Happen 8-Ball Invitational. I'm Danny Diliberto, and we're at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey. This is our 9th Make It Happen event, and I welcome all of you. Ken Shuman will be joining me for some great commentary, and this match is unique in that we have the only undefeated player, Jayson Shaw, playing the only one who didn't win a match yet, Rocket Rodney Morris. Rodney won the leg, so he's going to break the first game, and this is not as big and important a break as in 9-ball or 1-pocket, but you still want to win that first game.
Well, he made one in the side, Danny. So far, he's got the solids. Let's see if anything else goes in. It doesn't. Rodney will be shooting solids. And what can he open with?
The 2 ball looks like the best chance.
The 2 is good, yeah.
Not only is it good, it might be the only shot if you don't want to bank a ball.
You might be able to see the 6, but that's not the best shot.
Right,
if he can see the 2, almost like floating down here and trying to get that 4 out of there.
Yeah.
He's also got a little bit of an issue with the 8 ball too, Danny, but he's got some balls around it to help open it up.
We got to wait for that anyway.
Yeah.
That's later, but shooting the 6 wouldn't have been any good. He missed the 2.
Oh boy. You know, that's happened quite frequently. That's why, unfortunately, why Rodney hasn't won a match yet. He's missed, everything he's missed has been a routine shot. He's not missed anything super difficult.
And he's a great player, so we don't expect him to keep missing. But
No.
Jayson is going to shoot the stripes.
Yeah, can he draw that in there? Yeah, I thought he could.
He's got the 9.
Yeah, but now he's in good shape, Danny.
No, he's got the 13.
Right, but look where the 11 is. He gets the last ball, the 11, shoot and stop,
Perfect,
and he's
yeah.
got the 8. So you can be sure the 11's going to be the last ball.
He better go to the 14 right now, up the far corner. Oh, he wanted to hit it, which he did.
Oh, that's much better. It
Yeah,
really
he
makes
made that
it really makes it
shootable
play
in the
easier.
side, yeah. But as Kenny pointed out, the pattern looks like you leave the 11 for the ball to get to the 8 with, and if you can get straight in on that and stop, you got a pretty Mickey Mouse shot on the 8.
Right. Back near the center of the table here. And that's just about right. You know, when you're shooting any game and you're not really 100% sure where the best place to go with the cue ball is, just go to the center of the table and you'll be right most of the time. So, cue ball about where it is now will be fine.
Yeah. And that's where he got.
Well, he's got a
think he
little
can
angle
roll it
here.
in.
You
He's
think
got a-
so?
Yeah, he could even
Yeah, he
go
can draw
into
the 7, right.
The 7 will hold him where he needs to be.
Now, this is a big, big match for Jayson, only because he is yet to lose. He's only played, oh boy.
Oh, he didn't hit the 7 full. That's why he lost the cue ball.
Yeah, he's going to slice it.
Yeah, but he's a good slicer.
Yeah, he is.
He's not missing anything. And he missed that one. We got him. Well, Rodney, you got a chance to get on the board right away.
Yeah, 5-7 right here, I think is the way to go. Well, okay, he can do it this way.
Does the 2 pass in the side?
Well, I don't think it matters if he can get semi-straight on the 7. The 2 will go in the corner. It's far enough from the point that I don't think there's any scratch possibility.
Yeah, you want to get the 6, the 1, the 2, the 7, and then the 8.
He might go over there right now. Well, he may have to do a little traveling from the 7 to the 2 unless he gets good and straight here. Well, you know, that tells me the 2 goes in the side, Danny. Otherwise, he never's going to play it there.
He wouldn't have done it that way.
Right.
Well, it isn't so much that Jayson missed, it's that he didn't get good position.
Yeah, I think he kind of rushed the shot before the 11 just a little bit. Didn't pick the exact spot he wanted to get nice and straight on that 11. But as I was saying earlier, because Jayson is 2-0, and I believe Jayson plays twice today. If Jayson happens to win both his matches today, he's a lock for a playoff. But
Which
if he
means
gets
finishing first or second.
Right.
In the round robin division of it.
Right. But, you know, Corey is 2-1. I think Shane's 2-1.
Yeah, I think he is too.
So I'm sure those guys will
And
have
Darren
great.
Appleton's 1-1.
Yeah, and Darren plays twice today, I believe, as well.
Tournament ends tomorrow, so we'll know after today who's going to be in the finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Darren's up next against John Mora. And then tonight, our 7 o'clock match, we'll have Jayson come back to play Corey. And if Jayson were to lose this match, they would both be 2-1 going into that match. And then the last match of the evening is a real important match for both players, Darren and Shane. So it's going to get interesting every rack.
It's a race to 10, so being behind 1-0 isn't so important.
Yeah, except he's in danger now of being behind 3-0. As you say, if he can win on, Rodney can win here on Jayson's break and break and run, that's 3.
The ball's open pretty well here.
You know, I like the solids because I think the 1 in the upper corner to the right will take it to the 7 in the upper left corner. The 8's open.
And Kenny's pointing out the only little problems, so he's got to open with the 6, I believe.
Yeah.
But like Kenny said, you need to get a ball to get you to the 7.
Right, and I think the 1 or the 5 will do that. I think the 3 is the ball I would look to get out of there. Maybe after the 4. It's not the best angle in the world on the 4. If it's straight, it is, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, he's pretty straight.
He could pull it back for the 5 too, but he could go 1-7 right now.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Or he could actually play the 7 in the side.
To the 7 in the side,
which is fine.
It was easier to control doing that.
If he's got the angle, well, I was going to say roll forward and move that stripe a little out of the way, the 13 there, but I don't think he's got to do that.
Well, he's got obstructions if he gets to the 8.
I might stop right there and shoot the 5 in the corner.
Well, he didn't do that, but he's still okay. He's got the 3.
But you know, Danny, I wouldn't want to go from the 4 to the 8, so I would probably shoot the 4 next and try to get an angle on the 5 in the upper corner. He's probably going to play the 5 next because he's right there, but it's all going to be about the angle on the 4 ball.
Yeah, there's no real key ball to get to the 8, so he's going to have to play great position to get there.
Yeah.
And there are balls that are obstructing. Let's see what he does. Oh, he got the perfect angle.
Yeah, that's a really good angle.
Got to come with a good stroke.
Well, he can draw back towards the 11, or he can come to the middle of the table.
If you want to hit the 11, it would be good. That's going to be real good.
Perfect.
Now, Rodney is playing pretty well.
Mr. Morris wins that game.
And like you say, that's 2-0 in his break, so 3 is the magic number to get ahead because a guy can't catch you except if you miss.
Right. Danny, we have quite a few first-time Make It Happen supporters with us this go-around for our 9th Make It Happen event, and I'd like to take a second here to recognize them, and starting out with Lee Borer from Minnesota and Vic Bourgonon from Canada, along with Scott Brazier, call him Side Pocket, from Minnesota.
And we got a few sponsors that are here.
Yeah, we do. We do. We'll be getting to them as well.
And if you're out in the world near here, come in and see this. It's much more fun live. Well, I don't know if he made anything.
He did not.
Well, no. Shaw has to go to work and try to get on the board. He's been playing super duper.
Yeah.
But he missed a ball already, the 8, to lose the first game here.
Well, I think he's got to take solids, and I'm thinking the 7's about the only good shot he's got to start with. He could draw the cue ball down there into the kitchen. he can easily access the 2 to open that stuff up. I'm not sure he's got to
Yeah,
go
he
into
should.
it right here, but he did, and he got away with it.
Yeah, he's going to have a combination.
Yeah, well, the way
1, 2.
well, the
If
way
he wants it.
yeah, he's got to be careful though, Danny. I wouldn't play the combination. I'd come around the
not
11.
now.
You're right.
He didn't get straight in on it.
Well, even so, you don't want to risk moving the 11 anyway.
Yeah, I would
See,
want
I would say I would be saving the 6 to get to the 4, and then the 4 gets you to the 8 in the side. I don't know that he's going to do that, but I would I'd shoot the 3 and the 1, or the 1 and the 3 to get me to the 6. It just minimizes your cue ball travel, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with doing this, because the 8 will go in the lower left pocket where he's about to shoot the 4 ball, and the 3 or the 1 can get him there. It's just going to be maybe a little bit more testy. But as we've said all week, Danny, in 8-ball, there's usually a half a dozen ways you can take the balls off. You just got to kind of look for the best route.
Well, this guy has been finding the best route.
Mm-hmm.
He got a perfect angle to go 1 rail to the 8. Playing fouls on everything, so he can't touch a ball or he'll lose his inning.
Yep.
Cosmo should be getting closer to the action to see if he does touch a ball.
Well, I think from where he's standing, he can pretty easily see.
I don't know. I'd have to get closer.
Yeah. Well, every referee has their own style and, favorite places to stay. There's usually one proper place where you're not in the player's line, but you can still see what you need to see. And Jayson cut through those without any difficulty at all, so he has had the favor returned by Rodney's dry break. And now he needs to hold serve.
Mr. Morris now leads the match 2-1.
We'd like to also recognize Missy Brown from Florida for being a first-time supporter here of the Make It Happen series, along with Dan Chapman from the great state of Montana. And I love reading these off, Danny, because it seems like there's almost every state in the country is represented.
Right.
We've even in the past had some from out of the country, and it just goes to show how popular ACCUSTATS is.
Yeah, I've done this a few times,
and
it's like you're making them important.
Well, they are.
They hear their name on the DVD.
Yep. Well, Danny.
And they deserve to feel important, because without them, we can't do this.
Yeah. There's no more important people than the Make It Happen supporters. Otherwise, you and I don't get to sit here and do this stuff.
Yeah. The players.
As important as you are, you're going to come in second to the Make It Happen people. Not by much. But it sure wouldn't be the same without you.
Or you, Kenny.
Well, thank you,
I was
sir.
happy to see
Thank
you
you.
here. You've been having a few health problems, and
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to be here, but it's good to have you sitting here. You are a great master of ceremony, for sure.
Well, thank you, man. And just to put it to rest, my health is fine now. I was just going through a little bit of stuff, and it's all behind me. So I was thrilled to be able to go back to the U.S. Open this year with all of you, and to be here. And I'm looking forward to Derby City
Well,
in
I
January.
heard ball,
Yeah, he made 2 solids, I believe.
and he got an easy shot with the solids.
Yeah.
But he's going to have some work to do.
He might be able to get to the 1. I don't believe the 2 goes.
Well, it'll go off the 11 in the side, it looks like.
Yeah.
But
And
you got to get there.
Right. But you know what? If he drew back about 2 feet, 2.5 feet, he could play the 5 and go 3 rails and try to get on the 7 ball. which is that's
I
it.
thought he had a free shot to get to the 7 right there.
Maybe.
I would have tried. He didn't
yeah.
get there, but that would have been the time to do it.
Yeah, it would have been because the 5 would have been a nice key ball.
Then he
But I
could've-
think he's going to have to go 3 rails now and just go a little further than where he was.
Well, see,
Unless
had
he's-
Eddie fell on the 7, he could have knocked the 2 in the side off the 11.
He may be drawing it at the 11, but
He might be
I
drawing
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah, knowing that he won't scratch, and now I believe he can access the 1. And maybe even if he can follow it far enough forward to play the 7 in the left side.
Well, I'm not sure yet that he can make the 1.
I think he can.
Looks like the 2 could be in the way, but he's aiming. I guess he was.
Yeah. And now he's got the perfect angle to drag it over for the 7. But you got to be very precise here because you don't want your cue ball to have to run into anything from the 7 to the 8.
No, I don't think he has to worry about that.
Yeah.
Just fall on the
just
7.
above the center diamond on the left rail.
Pretty good.
I think so. And now once across.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit 2 rails,
Yeah,
I believe.
just bouncing off the second cushion, a little bit long of the side. And if he doesn't want to flirt with the side, he can stay below it. I like that he gave it just a 1 little extra look there.
Oh, he didn't hit the second rail, but he didn't have to. Not if you got this kind of speed.
Yeah, and I think he wanted to make sure he took the side pocket out of play altogether, Danny.
Yep.
So they've traded a couple of dry breaks, and they've each won once on their break. So here we are on serve at 2-2.
Score is now tied at 2.
Oh, 5 ball. 15-2. Yes.
That's ideal. To
One
make
of each. Yep,
each.
that is the most ideal break. One of each. So you've got your choice.
Yeah, now he can pick the best,
Yeah, like this. Well, the stripes are the best group without question
no
here.
doubt about it. But I go from the 10 to the 9 right now. Let's see what he does. I think you go, well, he's not
I
gonna.
think he's going to go down table and get that 13 out of there. He tried to break that out, and he barely did, but the 8 still looks like it won't pass that 4. It's really close. It won't.
Well,
I
we'll
don't
see.
think that was the right time to go into
No,
him, Danny.
he shouldn't have. I like what I
Yeah,
called the 10 to the 9. But
Well-
now he doesn't have to worry about the 8 because if he falls, well, he missed the 14.
God.
It hung. Because
Yeah.
if he falls on the 12 ball, he can get to the 8 and the side in the end.
Right? Or he could have broken him with the 12 and the 13 and had the other one for insurance.
I've been arguing with Billy with this. I don't like hitting the balls if they pass.
Of course not.
Fall on where they go, and that'll make you a better player and give you better cue ball control. Mm-hmm. And he can do that because the 13 will get him to the 12, to the 8, and the side.
I'd go to the 4 now. Did he get there? Did he get to the 1? He did, but geez, I like going right to the 4 right there where you could get straight in on it, stop, and you had the 1 for insurance. But he's not going to have any difficulty, I think.
Well, is he going to go 1 rail into the balls? I don't
I'd
think
stop right there, shoot the 2 in the corner if it passes the 10.
the 3.
Well, no, I really would have shot the 2 first.
Well, he had a little angle.
Right,
He couldn't just stop, but
right, but
now
now
he can shoot the 3, but where do you go?
that's right. He's
Because
too
you
straight.
can't get to the 2 straight in on the 3.
You know, all he can do really is draw the cue ball back to the rail where he's standing, have it bounce out about a foot, and shoot the 2 in the corner. That's why I didn't like the pattern, because the balls were laying kind of funny where they each only have one pocket.
But he's got all the weapons, and he could... Oh, he didn't want to hit that point, but he got to the 2, but is that going to get you to the 4?
No, especially if he's dead straight. All he can do is stop the cue ball and bank the 4.
He's pretty straight.
Right. 8 feet away and dead straight. Is he going to be able to draw this?
He can do anything
Well,
right now.
I know he can. He's sure got the stroke for it, but...
But he's not from Kentucky as far as banking, and I only say that because Kentucky is the bank pool capital of the country.
Yeah. Did you see how nice and smooth he hit
without
that?
hitting it hard.
And it still came back a foot and a half.
Yeah.
That's a sign of just pure cueing ability and great cue tip acceleration through the cue ball. Didn't need a big wind up.
Jayson Shaw was that.
And Rodney is going to pay dearly for hanging that 14 ball. Once again, it was the most basic routine shot. I think he just took it for granted. And he bunted it too, you know?
If he had bet $1 million on making that ball, he would make it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the course of playing position and thinking, he had a little bit of a lax and he missed it. And it cost him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many will it cost him?
Yeah.
He was ahead. Now he's falling behind.
And in danger of falling further behind.
Yeah, Jayson right now can do anything. And our referee, Cosmo, he does a great job. He loves the game. He helps us every year with the tournament here, whatever the game.
Mm-hmm.
Good man. He like substitutes for Kenny because I don't think anybody could replace Kenny. doing this kind of work, Kenny is the greatest. I made him choke. Got a great break. He has great everything. He definitely has no flaws. The one was trying to go to the corner pocket, but he didn't get there. I don't think he made a ball.
He didn't, but he's got the cue ball up there against the rail. And I think stripes are the group to take here, starting with the 11 or the 10. I kind of like the 11 a little better. He could shoot the 3 in the side, but then he's got to deal with the 1-5, which isn't that difficult.
I don't think that's a problem.
No. Well, he had the helper ball there, too, which also made that shot play easier. You know, I'd shoot the 6, stop, shoot the 7, stop, and then you can shoot the 5 without having to play the combination and come around.
That's better.
Yep.
Combinations are not dependable.
Yeah.
He can stop and get the 7 and the 5 out right now, I believe. Or he can go to the 5 right now.
Right, that's what I was saying. He just can kill this, shoot the 5, come 2 rails around, get an angle on the 1.
No, he's playing the 5 and going to go 2 rails to the 1.
Yeah, well, that's okay, unless you do that.
Well, did he try to make the 4 a little better?
I didn't think he really had to hit it at all.
He didn't, but it didn't hurt him.
Yeah, it didn't hurt him, except it's now a little tougher to get on because he doesn't have a good angle right here unless he pounds this.
No, he can't get there right now.
He might just slow roll this and then take the 7. Yeah.
Oh, I think he was trying to go to the 4, but he didn't.
I'd like to get a little closer to the next ball. Got to be careful here. The 9's big.
Right, you don't want to hit him.
Yeah.
Got to miss the 9 and the side.
And these.
and not get snookered, which he did. Bad shot.
Well, Danny, I hate to be critical of a Hall of Famer, but the pattern choice was not good. I just didn't like the pattern. It was fraught with peril, as our buddy Grady would have said.
Oh, he hit it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Grady
that was
liked
the
using words like fraught.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was the I don't care stroke there, but
Kenny called Rodney Hall of Famer, which was recently.
yeah,
I was fortunate enough to be at the dinner.
you were
Made
front
a
and
great,
center sitting
he made
there.
a great speech.
You know, Danny, I agree with you, and I even talked to him afterwards. I said that was probably one of the most enjoyable acceptance speeches I had ever heard. It was, very informative, but it was also kind of light and humorous. And
And it had to do with his life story.
That's right. That's right.
And he didn't read off a piece of paper, and I liked that.
I agree. It was a
What do you
wonderful
do here?
banquet.
You go to the combination while the 15 is there. I think you got to.
Yeah, he could go to the combination
And that's
right
what he
now.
did.
Sure.
Did it very nicely too.
Because the 13's not going to move. It's going to just replace the 14, and he draws it back 6 inches,
he'll
and
be
he's
right
got the
there.
15 or the 13. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get out here.
Well, the other thing you got to remember, too, is when your opponent makes 3 or 4 or 5 of his balls and misses, when you come to the table, you don't have many obstacles in your way. It's like taking your... We've always used the analogy that your balls are like your soldiers, and every one you kill off, you've got less to defend against your opponent.
Kenny, I got to admit, I never called them soldiers.
Oh, well. They're unarmed.
But I knew what you meant, of course.
Well, that's all that mattered.
Mr. Shaw wins that game.
Now I think he's won 4 in a row, hasn't he?
Yeah, Rodney won the first 2 racks. The other thing, too, that's been very noticeable to me in the 2 matches up to now that Jayson's played, and even in this match, with the exception of maybe just a handful of games, he hasn't had to work very hard to win his games because his opponents have given him a lot of help by running off some balls and missing or
But in truth, he's making it look easy.
Well, he is.
He's falling on the balls properly, and if you do that, it looks easy. It looks like a road map.
Right. But again, the layouts have not been all that challenging for him. Oh, no.
That's a bad one.
No, you can't do that. Oh, rocket.
Is 7 going to go? Yep.
We have cue ball in
It doesn't matter. It's still open
Doesn't matter.
he
It's
fouled
just
on the break.
another ball
Yeah.
off the table.
Yeah. Now, this
think-
is a ball in hand behind the head string,
Right.
everybody, not anywhere. And if the 14 goes in the side,
No, I like the solids.
yeah, well, I do if that other ball behind the 14 goes in the side, and obviously it does, or he wouldn't have played this way.
Yeah, lately, last couple years, he's been a machine. I've seen him win. He won 4 tournaments at Turning Stone, which is a tough field.
Yeah, it is a
out of
tough-
5.
yeah.
He won 5 of them. And he beat Mika one tournament in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Mika went into shock, right to the bar.
Yeah.
And Mika Imminent is a great player, but he didn't have a chance. And that's what this guy's been doing. He's been killing people, not just beating them. He beat Johnny Morrow 11-0. You can't beat world champions 11-0 unless you played perfect.
Yeah, well, it might be 20 more years before that happens again, but it does happen every now and then.
Yep.
But see, like I said, Jay, I mean, there was no hard work there in that rack. It was just a question of keeping the cue ball in line. And he didn't have any super tough position shots or have to expend a lot of mental energy trying to reassess the pattern. But That's 5 in a row for Eagle Eye, and it looks like...
And they named him Eagle Eye. He came from Scotland. He went right to New York City, started beating everybody around there, and he got the name Eagle Eye. And now he lives in Connecticut with a wife and a beautiful little baby.
Yep.
And he's a happy guy, and he's playing great.
Yeah, he sure is. We'd like to express our appreciation to Gary Crowther out in California for being a first-time Make It Happen supporter, along with Anthony Fosigno from Florida and Mitchell Fidak from Pennsylvania. And on behalf of everybody here at ACCUSTATS, folks, we want you to know how important you are to us and to the ACCUSTATS family. And we hope to have you alongside us for many, many more Make It Happens in the future. Thanks a lot.
And the founder of this ACCUSTATS, Pat Fleming, he certainly is appreciative. He's a hard-working guy. He loves games, pool, all of them.
Yep.
And he's brought a lot of pool knowledge out in the world with his commentators. Beautiful.
Well, I think just we'll finish up on that thought real quick on Pat. I think equally important, and one of the reasons Mr. Fleming's in the Hall of Fame along with you, is that he's preserved pool history for generations and generations to come. You know, there was none of this before the early 80s in ACCUSTATS. Right. He had the occasional show on Wild World of Sports, but there were no DVDs or VHSs or anything like that. So that stuff's mostly either got some archival footage or it's in your memory.
And when he started, he would go to the tournaments and put a camera over every table, no commentary, and Billy and Cardona said, Pat,
yep,
you ought to have commentary. And he listened, which he's smart enough to do if it's a good an idea, and he's got some of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Great for pool.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Morris can only sit and watch. I think the 8 goes in the side. Was he trying to hit it?
Yeah, I think he was, because I don't think it goes anywhere.
I think it goes past the 10 in the side, but
it
maybe
might,
not.
It might, but can he hit it full enough to get it there? See, even where the cue ball is now, I don't think he can hit enough of the 8 to make it in the side.
Well,
he may have to open it off the 7.
Yeah, he tried to brush it.
Well, now he can't open it off the 7. He's going to have to either open it off the 4 and take a little bit of a risk. Yeah.
Well, see,
or if he's got the angle to draw into it now.
He's got a powerful stroke. He looks like he doesn't have much angle, but watch this cue ball. He's trying to hit the 12. Watch the power here.
Yeah, watch the hook here.
He might have got to the 4 anyway.
Well, if he did, he can't open it. But
and
it's
we're not sure
tight.
The 8 passes the 10, but
yeah.
I think he's got the 4.
Well, he must, because he's looking at the 8.
Yeah, he's trying to see if the 8 goes in the side. I think it has room.
I don't disagree with you that it has room. Can he hit enough of it? And obviously he can, or he's not going to play there. And you'll know if this is a foul if the stripe moves. So this is easy to call. If the stripe moves, it's a foul.
No problem.
Bingo.
He does make it look easy. He's playing great.
Yeah.
And he beat, like, the other guy that we thought was the favorite in the 8 ball, one of the best in the world. He beat Darren Appleton, and that's how Appleton got a loss. So he beat the right guy to put a loss on him.
Well, he's got one more heavyweight in his way, and I got a feeling it's going to wind up with Jayson and either Darren or Shane at the end. But don't count out Mr. Corey Deuel. He's 2-1.
Yeah, he's playing pretty good.
Yep, and he'll be up at 7 o'clock tonight against Jayson.
Well,
so Corey will be 2-1, and if Jayson wins this out, he'll be 3-0 going into that.
When Corey's the one who gave Shane Van Boening his loss. Look where the cue ball stopped.
Sure, you have an open table.
And once again, a dry break from Rodney, and
not helping him.
Well, the other thing, too, is, I mean, Jason's been at the table 85% of the match, so he's nice and loose and all of that.
Rhythm.
Rodney's run like 4 balls.
And like you said, he's getting up with it, nothing, no problem to start with.
Yeah. The only thing he's got to finesse here is when he plays the 6, he's got to maybe move the 8.
Well, right now we got to get the 3 out of there. I don't know if he can shoot it right now.
He shoots the 1 now and then the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1 has got a clear path.
Yeah. And actually...
you got to shoot it.
Oh, he's going to shoot the 3. I don't think... I mean, the 1.
The 1, yeah. And the 3 will be next. He's always got that hanger for insurance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he missed one. That's careless. He doesn't miss much.
He's human. He missed. They left Rodney a little bit of a mess.
Are people from Scotland human? Sure they are. I'm only kidding, folks out there. Don't start writing letters. No, he's
Nobody
a great
writes
guy.
letters anymore, Danny.
Yeah, they get on the internet.
Text. Yeah, or Instaface or whatever that stuff is.
He's my close friend, so I would never say anything insulting.
Well, he did that nicely. He didn't get a good reward. He's going to have to shoot the 13 or the 12 there in the side. And then he's also got to deal with that 10 ball that's down there. I'm not sure that'll squeeze in that pocket next to the 5.
No, it's going to be tricky. That's another thing when you're not playing well, the balls don't agree with you. It's like if you play good, you get the rolls, and if you play bad, you get the bad rolls. For some reason, that's how it is.
Well, if it does sneak in there, now's the time to play it. You just stop. You got the 9.
I don't know.
I think off the cushion, but slow.
He can make them. Oh, he sneaked it in, but he hit it with a. I wouldn't call it a sneak. The speed he hit it with.
I would be afraid they would have wedged in there at that speed.
They could have, but he made it cleanly.
Well,
Okay, does he have an angle now to go to the 11?
I think he's got to play this in the side if it doesn't pass. Well, I guess it does. Uh-oh. That was close. See? He makes the tough ones.
That has to do with concentration.
Yeah,
the tough
absolutely.
ones will make you concentrate more, and you might get lax with easy ones.
Right.
But Rodney hasn't been himself so far.
Yeah.
He might be a spoiler now, though.
Well, and this is not in defense of Rodney's less than Hall of Fame level play this week. It's just by way of explanation in case everybody out there doesn't know. Rodney has just started playing with a new shaft, it's a low deflection shaft, and he's admittedly not used to it yet. And he decided to use it. I don't think he used it at the U.S. Open, although he might have, but he wanted to use it here to get some time with it before the Mosconi Cup. He didn't want to be experimenting with the Mosconi Cup, but it's definitely a shaft that he hasn't played with for the majority of his career. So some of the shots he's missed, because we've talked after the matches, and he said, I'm just not used to the deflection.
Well, there's a few things I didn't know that I found out at the induction dinner. He is from Hawaii, but he originally lived in Los Angeles as a young kid, and he loved dancing. He was a dancer.
Right.
And right now, he's not very happy. Look at him.
Yeah, well, another dry break from Jayson would go a long way to helping Rodney maybe claw his way back in a little bit. And they're both left-handed, so let's see if Rodney goes and breaks from where Jayson's breaking from if Jayson has success. Now, he's definitely moved that cue ball this time because he broke dry last time.
Oh,
He bounced it into the side. I mean, he made a million balls, but he made the one with no number on it.
He made it 3 bounces to the side.
Yep. And
Well, go ahead now.
open
Rodney,
table.
Rodney could gain 2 games now with this one and then his break. But we can't give it to him yet. Let's see how he does. The balls are open pretty well.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a solid to shoot. He's got to take the stripes.
Oh, I don't think that's bad.
No, it isn't, provided the 13 is accessible, and it is.
Oh, yeah, I would have to consider the stripes if I had choice.
Sure.
Well, I don't think he wants to shoot the 10 on the side over the top of the 7.
I'd go 9, 10, 15 here. He's going to shoot the 15.
That's the ball that would have got him to the 8.
Exactly, and that's why I would have saved it, because the 8 only has one pocket. But the 10 lays good. He can slide over, or he can play the 8 in the side and the left-hand side, depending on how he gets on the 10 here.
Well, he's got the angle to go to the side.
Yeah, I think that's what he's got to do.
He's going to get off the rail, and he can get close as he wants to the 8.
Oh, where you going, Rod?
He's going over the top, and he's going to shoot it in the corner now.
Yeah, he's going to back cut it in the lower left, or the right hand side.
It's missable.
Got to draw the cue ball here
He's
too.
playing it in the side. Nice shot.
Boy, that was nice. Okay, well, that's part A. He won on Jason's dry break to close it to 6-4. Now
It's his break. He can get within 1 if he can make a ball and run out.
yeah, I think he's got to change something here on the break. We'd like to send a big shout out to, and this is no relation, but he is part of the ACCUSTATS family, Charlie Fleming from Charlie's Pro Shop in Maryland. And Charlie, you're here with us this week, and we really appreciate you supporting us the way you have, and anybody named Fleming better support the ACCUSTATS video production. But anyway, thanks, Charlie, along with Stan Friedman from New Mexico. First time Make It Happen supporters, and certainly probably not for the last time. Thanks, guys.
Well, we're going to give you all a shout out, all you sponsors, so don't feel neglected right now.
He made one, did he? Yeah, I hear something dropping. Yeah, he made a solid.
Solids.
Well, at least he's at the table.
Yeah, I think he can shoot the 7 in the side.
I think he's going to shoot the 5 and drag it out if he can miss the 11. If not, I think you're right on the 7, even though
Yeah,
he'll
it's
have
a
to
problem ball
yeah,
anyway.
he'll have to take the 2 next.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the rest of them have pockets.
Yeah, right now we got a match.
Yeah, the issue is pretty much, you've got to play the 4 ball in the upper left pocket. And I'd like to save the 3 to get on the 8, because it's going to be hard to get on the 3 from the 5, which is next. Might save the 5 for last.
Well, he's got the 5 right now.
Well, that's all he's got. Nah, can he just pass center of the table? Keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll work.
That's good.
That'll work. That'll
You
work.
can get to the 1 now. Yeah, he looks like he's having a little more confidence.
Well, he's run some balls here in the last rack or two. You run a couple of racks. It's 18, 16 balls you've run. You loosen up a little bit. He could play it off the stripe to help the angle, but I'm not sure he has to. Okay.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah. And 2 rails to the middle of the table, 8 in the other,
Right.
8 in the other corner.
Right. Well, he's going to fall a little short.
Yeah, he's all right though. He's got no scratch risk here because the side pocket is
The only
blocked.
thing he's got is a little tougher shot.
Yeah, now don't baby it. You don't want to take a chance on a skid here. Give it a little bit. Attaboy.
Mr. Morris.
All right. From 6-2 to 6-5. And can he talk Jason into one more dry break here? Because Rodney won the lag, you know.
Well, he's got 2 losses, and he won't be able to win the tournament with 2 losses, I don't think. But we got the pride, and you want to win.
Well, you also got $1,000 in your pocket too.
Every win, yeah.
Yeah, he's 0-3, Danny, not 2, because he's played twice on that one day already.
Oh, he's 0-3.
Yeah, he's 0-3, so he's got no chance to get to the end, but he can still win $2,000 if he wins his last 2 matches. And
That'll buy lunch.
Well, well, maybe,
in Paris.
Yeah, maybe not across the bridge. But anyway, you're right about pride too, because that nobody is out there thinking about money. They're thinking about winning. As soon as it's over, they're thinking about money.
Well, I don't know. You got to have money to pay the rent.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's consciously on your mind during a match. If it is,
sometimes it is.
Well, it is if you're betting 100 and you only got $6 in your pocket.
Well, you're going to get in an argument with that.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what he does. There, he got one down. He made a solid. And he's got
the 6 is the only problem.
He's got a tough 6 ball, yeah.
Well, he's pretty bold. He might shoot the 6 right now.
I was going to say, I would maybe shoot it now. Shape is pretty automatic on the 5 or on the 4 ball, or the 5 ball, I mean, up here in the lower right. The cue ball's not going to get into too much trouble. If you come too far, you've got the 2 and the 3. Absolutely shoot the 6 first.
Yeah, he's aware of that. You're not going to get better on this 6.
Mm-hmm.
So shoot it now. It's missable, of course. But
You mean like that?
Yeah. He overcut it a little. He doesn't look real confident now.
Well, he's lost the last 3 racks, and he's had two dry breaks, and that's the second ball he's missed in 2 racks. He missed that other cut in the corner, too, on the other side, remember?
Yeah.
But Rodney's got the stripes, so he's got a problem with the 13 on the lower right that doesn't pass the 5.
Yeah.
I think I might, I don't know. I think I might shoot the 10 and try to run into the 11 ball with the cue ball, Danny.
Why run it? Oh, yeah, the 6 is in the way. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah,
right. You got no pocket for the 11 other than a bank. If you can get it off the rail, you might have a side pocket for it. You can go into it right here.
Well, he sure changed it, but he still put it in a bad spot.
Yeah, and he put the 11 in a bad spot, too, yeah. So now he's got 2 stripes down here on either side of the 8 that are going to require some work.
Well, if you can get it under the 11,
get behind it, yeah.
It'll go.
Don't hit the 3.
You don't get on the rail either. This is not easy.
I think
when
he's
you're
okay.
on the cushion,
yeah, he's okay.
But if he were like a couple inches off the rail, it'd be more okay.
Yeah.
This is missable.
It's nice and smooth right at the 14. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay.
No doubt. Never a doubt.
Yeah.
Still got some work to do.
Oh, that's no good.
No, it's a tough shot in the side.
Yeah, and he wanted that cue ball to go another foot, then he could have got underneath the 13. Now he probably has to cut it in the side with low left. And maybe even go into the 12 or 13, 2 rails, yeah. I don't think he can hold it, Danny.
No, but he went into it. And
nice.
He did it pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Now he's still got work to do to get to the 8.
Oh, boy, you're right. Because if he slow rolls this, he risks going behind the 1 ball. And if he's got to actually put a little firm stroke on it to straighten the angle out.
Where are you going to go, cue ball? He's going to go pretty good. He got to it.
He's going to back cut it to his right.
Not a bad shot.
Yeah.
Tie ball game.
Yeah. All right. From 6-2, he fought back. Little help from Jayson, but Rodney gave Jayson a little help earlier too.
Yeah,
It's Rodney's break.
Jayson missed 2 balls, and he didn't miss 2 balls all the other matches total.
Yeah. First time he's faced any little bit of adversity here, and I don't think he's too rattled yet. He's, you don't expect, anybody to go 5-0 here, just in the quality of the field. In a way, Jason's almost playing a little bit with house money. He can afford 1 loss and still get there, but this is the match really that's going to should give him the least challenge, given the fact that he's got 2 more opponents that are more in the running than he is.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe
he might have took it too lightly.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah.
Rodney's 0-3. Mm-hmm. He might have figured he's got a shoe in. Not quite that way, but it took the adrenaline out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now Rodney can go ahead of him.
Well, yeah. If he can, he keeps the heat on Jayson because Rodney won the lag. And he'll always be 1 game ahead if he can hold his serve. Excuse me. I really love the shirts that Pat had made for the players this time. They're from Ultimate Team Gear. They really look nice. We will make one little disclaimer on it, though. You'll see Jayson Shaw does not have his name on his shirt because his shirt didn't arrive with the others. So he's just wearing one of the staff shirts that had no name on it. But they really, really look good. It was great all the years, all the other Make It Happens, to see the guys in the long sleeve shirts and the dress shirts and the vests and all that. But this is, I think it's just much more colorful. It's nice. It's new. And
it's different.
Right. And this is the same company that produces the Mosconi Cup shirts. So you can certainly see some similarities in these.
Oh,
he made one.
The 11 was going to go also.
He made the 2 ball. Is he going to get another one? No, he's got the solids. And that 9 just really screwed up the whole run because if the 9 wasn't there, it was a tap out. He's got plenty of shots. The 5 will go upstream. That's not really that big of an issue. What's he going to use to get on it? I might start with the 7, unless he can see the 1 clean.
I think he could see the 1.
He can even rail first. He can see the 1.
The 3 is going to be a little tricky.
Well, the 6 will get him to the 3, Danny.
If he can get on the 6.
Yeah. Well, I think the 5 or the 7 will get him on the 6, but this is going to require a little bit of thinking here to plan your play. But I
don't think he can get on the 6 with the 7.
You don't think he can come 2 rails in between the 5 and the stripe there and kind of head at those 3 stripes?
No, it's a tricky shot. No, it doesn't have the good path to the 6.
Okay.
That didn't do it either.
No, but he got on this ball, and that's a trouble ball. Yeah. Well, I actually like this, stop, 5, stop, and then you got the angle on the 7 to come down here.
To get to the 6.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to be perfect.
Yeah, cue ball right where the 5 is, and that'll lay good to come 1 rail across under the 8 for the 6.
Yeah, you got the perfect angle.
Just don't hit the 8 ball here. You just got to stay.
He's going to go between them.
Right, he'll go under the 8. That's
perfectly.
Perfect.
That'll get him to the 3, and that should get him out.
Yeah. It took him, 40, 50 seconds to look at his pattern, but once he did, he played the pattern the right way, the best way, where he had minimal risk and he never ran into another ball.
You think he took 40, 50 seconds? I thought it was 44.
It might have been. It might have been.
Rodney takes the lead.
That's 5 games in a row for Rodney after Jayson won 6 games in a row. Rodney started 2-0, then it was 6-2 Jayson. Now it's 7-6 Rodney. And Jayson must hold
There's
serve
the rack
here.
track confirming what we're talking about.
Yeah, 2, 6, and 5.
Mr. Morris now leads the match 7 games to 6.
We have 2 more of our first-time Make It Happen people, both from the state of Illinois, that we want to shout out and recognize, John Grace and Mike Hughes. John and Mike, thanks very much on behalf of everybody here at ACCUSTATS and all of our Grade 6 champion players. We appreciate you joining the Make It Happen family. Thanks very much, guys.
Well, Shaw's got to break and run out to tie it now.
Yeah.
Like you said, he hasn't been used to this kind. You know, back and forth. He got ahead of everybody. But not that he needs to do that. He has heart even on the hill, which you saw at the U.S. Open.
Oh, boy. Did he ever? Oh, wow. I don't think...
Uh-oh. Starting to look worse
Oh, boy.
for Jayson.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You can tell he didn't hit them good because of what the Accu-Rack did. That's the first time that's happened. And I think the cue ball might have been a little bit airborne when it hit the head ball. Or he didn't give himself a good rack, one way or the other.
I think the solids are the best group here by a little, because you could start with the 2, I believe.
Yeah, but you could start with the ball in the side, and I disagree with you, Danny. I like the stripes.
Well,
If
he does
the
too.
15 goes by where the 3 ball is, I like the stripes.
I think it's pretty close.
It's pretty 50-50-ish. It's just like you said, if he took the solids, he'd have to open with the deuce. But this is a nice pattern. The 11 passes the 6, so either angle on the 11 brings him around to the middle of the table.
The 15 might be sitting a little funny.
Yeah. I'd like to save either the 14 or the 10 to get to the 8. Might even like to save the 9 to get to the 8. That would mean he'd have to. He could shoot the 10 and shoot the 11. But the 14's a little bit funny. It may not go in either corner.
Yeah, it goes in the side.
Yeah,
But
but I like shooting the 11 now and saving that 9 ball for my key ball. Head to the 1 ball here.
you still had to deal with the 15. Did you get the angle on the 14 to get to the 15?
Yeah. Like I said, if the 15 passes the 3, that pretty
And
much...
it does, yeah. He's got to have it.
Yeah.
And the pattern is good the way you called it. The 9 will get you to the 8.
Follow a foot. Well, this is certainly the best Rodney's played so far this weekend. And he's really, he's really played the patterns well.
And he couldn't have picked a better match to play good, because you have to play good to beat this guy.
All right. Stay down. Nice. Follow through. Perfect. Good job, Rocket.
Well, he's within 2 of winning the match.
Yeah. And he's got a 2-rack lead. So regardless of what happens, he's going to have an opportunity to break twice more, now and at least once more, for the set. If he can hold serve here, Jayson's going to have an awfully tough time coming back, because Rodney's playing well now. He's playing with confidence. He's moving well around the table. He's got a good little zip in his walk. And he's feeling good about himself again. He's broke very successfully the last 2 or 3 racks. So let's see if that continues.
Plus, he's in danger of winning $1,000 this match.
Yeah. Don't tell him.
No.
All right, watch that cue ball. Don't get kicked.
I don't think he made any.
No, he didn't. But he's got one little cluster over there that Jason's going to have to deal with, and Jason's pretty much locked into having to shoot the combination 7-3 to get started.
Yeah, and the rest of the rack looks real tricky.
No, you know, there's another little problem down here in the lower right,
The
Danny.
4-ball.
The 4 and the 13, that's right.
Yeah. And if you're wondering out there, folks, you're not allowed to shoot a low ball into the high ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't do that to establish your groups like you could on a standard open table. The rules have been modified here, just like we're playing take what you make on the break. And there's really not a good ball, a good stripe to open the 12 and the 4. But there is a solid to open the 4, which is the 2 ball. But he's still got the 5 to deal with.
And he's still got to get the right angle on the 2. The 8 is in the way a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And the 5 is frozen on the 9. I don't think it goes anywhere.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah. Jayson is a fast player, but now he has to stop and think because there's a lot of things to think about here. He tried to hit the 5, I think.
He did.
Tried to draw and hit the 5, but he didn't do that. He's not going to get many chances to do that.
Yeah, and because he has started his run out, he's better get all the way out. Can he get there now? Yeah, thought he might.
Yeah, but where does it go?
Well, it goes up in where he's standing right now, but how do you get there?
He could get there off of the 1, but...
How's he going to get there? How's he going to get near the 9 ball off of this shot? If he pounds it forward, I think the 11's in the way, and I don't know if he can draw it because he's so close to the rail.
It might be a thin enough hit to go on the rail to the 5 without hitting the 11.
Might go to the 2. Yeah, he went to the 2 from there, but that
he went to his wallet there.
That was tough. Well, you know, Rodney's still got to deal with the 12 ball. So it's not by any means a tap out here. And he's probably got to start maybe with the 15 in the side, which he can play straight in or off the 9.
Well, I wouldn't want to hit the 9 if I were him.
No, I wouldn't
either.
either.
Tie up. Oh, he got good on the 11.
Yeah, and I'd play the 11, Danny. And
the 10.
No, I would play to get my angle on the 9 to break out that 12 because I got the 14 for insurance. What's this?
He didn't break out anything.
What, was he trying? Was he trying to move the 4 there?
I liked him going to the 11 and then the 14. He could have did something. Now he's got a problem there. I don't know how he's going to handle that 12 ball.
He may have to shoot the 10 here, but it looks like from this camera shot, if the cue ball was on the side rail, he can get in there and cut it in. Big bounce, big bounce, big bounce.
Well, the 5 is in the way, so he can't go off the rail into the 12. He doesn't have a real good shot to do it. I mean, the 14 might do something to it, but...
Well, actually, the 14 will go. If he can get straight in on the 14, he can just shoot a stop shot.
Yeah, but how about shooting the 14 off the rail off of the 12?
Well, Then you don't. Then you're pushing the 12 over there near the 1 too.
Well, you don't do it hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's intricate, so you got to do something spectacular to get through it.
If he's this straight on the 1, on the 11, I'd shoot the 11 and draw the cue ball back past the 14. Try to keep it as close to the cushion as I can, and I might be able to get to that 12.
I think he's got a little angle. Well, that's not going to do any good. That's not going to do any good at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did that. Well, if he banks the 14, he can open them up.
Yeah, but that's a backward cut, and the cue ball's going to fly around.
What else you going to do?
Scratch.
You can't play for a bank on the 12.
You could play for a safe. Bank the 14 out past the 8 and leave the ball long.
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
He left the bank, but that's not going to help Jayson.
Well, if Jayson shoots, he'll shoot the 2 ball if he decides to shoot rather than duck.
I think he's thinking about the bank and going forward and getting a better angle on the 2 and closer. Can't shoot the 2 right now. You're giving up the game. And it's a missable shot. Yeah, I think you bank the 5 and you go forward with the cue ball and get a little better shot on the 2.
Yeah,
he's in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know if he can bank the 5 and go forward. I think he's got a kiss if he does that. You got to stiff this.
He can stiffen it, but
he's just going to duck.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, he left him to 14.
Yeah. He wanted the 5 for a blocker, but that's no good. Now Rodney can draw this right to the side rail.
He can hit the 4 one rail and have
I don't
the
think
12.
you got to hit him. Oh, God.
Well, he got a shot, but
oh boy!
Now we might see a bank. Yeah, he made a mistake trying to hit him.
No, he's going to play the combination and make Rodney's ball and leave him safe.
Leave him.
Oh, come on!
He's not playing real good.
He can't.
Not playing very well.
I mean, he didn't even hook him on the stripe.
Nothing.
He hit that really poor.
Rodney can get on the hill now.
You bet.
Jayson's in trouble. Yeah, Rodney's on the hill. Shaw's going to have to beat him 4 in a row. He's on the hill.
Morris now leads the match 9-6.
Pool is pretty funny because just when you think a guy is unbeatable, he stumbles a little.
Yeah.
And a guy that's not playing real well is going to beat him.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rodney will have 2 more opportunities to break for the match if Jayson were to win this game, and then Rodney breaks, and if he doesn't win that game and Jayson makes it hill-hill, Rodney will have the break in the deciding game.
In other words, Morris is a big favorite to win this match.
Yeah, you'd have to say so at this point.
Well, he did miss some balls that we're not accustomed to seeing him miss. But I think he might have been a little lax playing Rodney.
Yeah. I think you're right. All right, let's see where this is going to go. All right, stripe in the side.
You have the stripes?
He's got only the 9 in the side or the 12 in the corner.
Over the top.
Over the top. The 12 is easier because he can get more of the cue ball than the 9, and I think the 12's the shot.
But it's still missable.
Yeah. But shape is easy here. Just make it. Nothing to it.
Good shot.
Yeah. Now
it's not easy. Your opponent's on the hill.
Right. You got to get on the 10 as soon as possible. And that's going to be next. I mean, he could shoot the 9, then the 10, but I like the 10.
Yeah, I do too. But he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball because the 11's right there. He needed a nice, easy one, and he got one.
Still not easy. He got straight in here. Might have to take a long shot. Well, this is not long enough for him. He's going to make it.
It's a hanger.
Didn't roll off either, Kenny. Well, like you said, Rodney's going to have 2 breaks, no matter what happens, to get his final game.
Morris now leads the match 9 games to 7.
Well, the number one thing on your mind here has got to be control the cue ball.
Yeah, don't go in the pocket.
Right. If you break dry, you break dry, but you cannot give up ball in hand here. You got to keep the pressure on. Don't overcook it. Nice and solid. 6 in the side.
Hey, he made one of each.
11 in the corner. Nothing's tied up.
He made one of each, so that's the good part. I think you got to take the solids.
That was my first look too, but how do you get onto the 4 ball, which is right behind the spot there? It goes, but it only has one pocket. You got the 3 after that, but it's how do you get there? You got a real small window. You got to be near the 14, which leads me to believe stripes is a possibility, but your opening shot would probably have to be that 15 in the side. So I think it's solids like 60-40 here.
Only because you got a better shot.
Of the opening shot, right,
Yeah.
right. Unless he wants to try to come all the way down now for the 3 and then go to the 4.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's how I saw it, Danny.
Yeah.
This is just perfect. This is
Yeah,
great.
it was. Now you can get on the
Now we can get the
4.
trouble ball out of the way. Bear in mind, the 8 doesn't go in either corner, so eventually it's going to have to go.
If he bumps the 14, it'll get. Yeah, he didn't. I would have tried to hit the 14. But
Yeah.
anyway, he's on the hill and he's shooting. No problem getting the solids off the table.
Well, I'm saving the 7 for last here. 5-1, and then I can get low on the 7 to come behind the 8 ball. Because I got 2 corners up there and the side for the 8.
Well, if anything stops him, it's going to be falling on the 8.
Well, now he can't go forward. He'll be too close to the rail. He's got to kind of maybe draw it back a little bit and take the cut. No, okay, he could stay off the rail because this is a better angle to get behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, he can play for the side.
Yeah,
on the 8.
or both corners if he comes
Yeah.
too far. Oh, where did you hit
He got
that?
there.
No,
He got there.
he did. Looked like he overcooked it, but this is to give Mr. Shaw his first L, and Rodney did it. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. He's got Hall of Fame heart. So a 10-7 victory for the Rocket. He picks up $1,000 of ACCUSTATS money. And he's going to have one more match tomorrow to try to do it again. Good job. Good job, Cosmo. Anyway, folks, we have about an hour till our next match, which is Darren and John Mora. So for my great friend, Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto, this is Ken. We'll sign off and see you in an hour.